Ever since I was a child, I knew that in my future, I wanted to become a teacher. I always look up to my teachers, especially the ones I had in elementary school. I even played school with my friends and pretend I had my own classroom. I loved being in a charge. During a summer, I was given the opportunity to work as a lead in a classroom of 10 to 3 years olds. This one of the most wonderful experience I have ever been through. I was a mentor to help guide the children, and by the end of the summer, I felt as if I had really accomplished something. I am planning to pursue a career in elementary education. I love children, and just knowing that as a future educator, I will be shaping young minds. My educational philosophy is that I believe that every person is capable of learning. As a future educator, I believe that every student is different with their own way of learning and their own set of needs that they bring to the classroom. It is my responsibility to interpret their gifts and provide a good environment that will help my students learn to the best of their abilities that matches each student's individual needs. As a teacher, I believe that it is important to teach in a way that can manipulate multiple different teaching strategies. I believe that the students learn best and they get to be in charge of their learning process. So it is important to include students in what they want to learn, but also still put what is important into the lesson plans. Students should be able to work in groups and be able to learn from each other. Learning is important and should be fun. I believe in incorporating hands-on learning as a regular routine. I will do everything I can to excite my students about learning. It is important to encourage the development of thinking and reasoning to enable students to use their minds. Education is important because it gradually prepares students for a future career. I believe that the students should be comfortable and feel safe at school. They are there 5 days out of the week for about 6 hours a day. They should be happy and excited to come to school every day. As a teacher, it is my responsibility to make them feel happy to come to school. Every student should feel confident to raise their hand and ask questions when they need to. They all do not learn at the same rate, but with the different methods and strategies, it is possible. Students should not be taught as a mindless individuals, just waiting to be filled with knowledge by their teachers. Quite the opposite. Students should be viewed as individuals who can contribute to the classroom, sharing and gaining knowledge from each other. Students need guidance and not just lecture only, and education is not solely academic. The teacher must also educate her students mentally by teaching them the skills needed to solve problems, and socially by teaching them the skills needed to communicate and work productively with others. Students must be able to function in the real world, which not only requires academic knowledge, but social skills as well. I believe teachers should not be alone in educating students, but that parents, families, and communities need to work together to support and enrich the lives of children. Who are the future? Teaching will be an everyday adventure with a group of students that are different and unique in their own way. The most important thing about becoming a teacher is that we are responsible for shaping the hearts and minds of today's and the future's youth. Teachers play a huge role in affecting the future of students and the world. It is something that is us teachers can take pride in, since we are all able to have a positive impact on kids for years to come. As a teacher, I will try to enrich the minds of students. I want them to understand the importance of education. I hope to serve as a role model and gain respect from all of my pupils. I trust that my teaching strategies will be inspiring, and my dedication and passion for teaching is obvious. I hope that after every successful year of teaching, I develop a feeling of satisfaction. I want my students to have an understanding of education and a positive outlook on life. I hope that my passion for teaching will have an impact on my students. I want them to walk away with a continuing eagerness and motivational drive to learn and advise.